So, dude, it's just you and me.
And then there were two.
The first time you hang out on a podcast with me and Scott, Scott says, "Screw you, dudes. I'm
Yeah.
out of here."
I feel like Scott hates me because I'm too positive about our record.
No, 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 no. Nah, he does nothing but maintenance and stuff for the apartment complexes that both of
Yeah.
us live in. So yeah, he's on call this weekend. The fact that he was able to come on tonight was pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It's good to
Um,
finally talk to him.
yeah, it was great. It was great. So, Mike, you
Ken.
you were not on for our Northwestern preview 2 weeks ago. So why don't you give me? I know you think Nebraska's going to win that game in Dublin, Ireland, over Northwestern. Why don't you throw a score prediction at me?
I'm going
How
to
do you
go
think?
for 48-10 because I think, they're going to suffer a little bit of jet lag getting over there. I think, I don't know all the COVID deals going on, if there's restrictions, if they're going to be allowed to leave the hotel, if they're going to go out party, all the rules and
Sure.
parameters of them going over there. But I think between the jet lag, being in some different place, different faces, different everything, different time zone, it's going to mess them up a little bit. And I think that they're
Sure.
still going to beat Northwestern, but it's not going to be as great as last year, where it's 56-7. I think they're going to beat them 48-10.
Good plan. I like that. I absolutely like that. Um, I think we win that game as well. I think I put 38-24. I think is what I predicted in our first
So
show.
a little bit
Um,
tighter of a game.
yeah, 14-point win, 38-24. The money line is 12 and a half, I think, or 13, somewhere in there. So I
Yeah.
predicted above the money line. Um, let's take a look at our plus minus game. This is the first plus minus game of 2022. And the reason you are on this podcast, Mike, is because you won the plus minus game in 2021. So the new
Loving it.
rules, not because we want to change the rules because you won, but because it was kind of restrictive the way we did the rules for Scott and I. Uh,
Oh, lose one
you
point if
guys,
you're wrong.
yeah. So
Sorry. I'm skipping ahead.
plus minus game one. The rules are you win 1 point if you guess right on the plus or the minus. But if you guess plus or minus and you don't win, it's 0 points. You don't lose anything, you don't gain anything. But if you take the number on plus or minus and you're right, you win 2 points. But you lose 1 point if you're wrong. So there's a risk and reward to
Oh,
guessing
yeah.
the number. But everybody that plays the plus minus game can guess any one of the three, the plus, the minus, or the number. So here's the plus minus for the Northwestern game: plus or minus two TD passes by the Huskers offense. That means if Casey Thompson goes in, gets hurt in the first quarter before he throws a touchdown pass, if the replacements come in and they throw two touchdown passes, or anybody on the offense throws a touchdown pass that is at least two or more, uh, there you go. That's plus minus. Two touchdown passes by the Husker offense. What do you think? Is it going to be more than two, less than two, or exactly two, Mike?
I'm going to take the plus on this, and I'm going to say 3. Because if Scott Frost plans on maybe rotating out quarterbacks, I think he's going to let Casey throw at least 3 touchdown passes before he'd pull the man off the field. So I'm going 3 TD passes from Casey.
Three TD passes from Casey Thompson. Um, look, if you guess the number that they're going to throw, doesn't matter because you guessed the plus. So you're only going to get 1 point. So if Casey throws five, but you guess the plus, you're just going to get 1 point.
I just get one. Okay.
Yeah. But if you guess two and he throws exactly two touchdown passes, you're going to get 2 points. Just so you know, that's kind of
Yeah.
how this works. Um,
No. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the plus. Let's say
Going
3.
with the plus. So you want to get 1 point out of the deal.
Yeah.
I'll ask Scott later what his plus minus is. I'm gonna go with the plus as well. So, and I think you're right. I think three touchdown passes is about right. I think that's exactly what Casey and whoever else is throwing the football that day is going to throw is 3 touchdown passes. So that pretty much wraps up the meat of the show. Scott and I are involved in the Team Jack 10th annual radiothon. Michael, I don't know if you understand what the Team Jack Foundation is, but if
I
you ever
think
want to look
so.
at it and want to know what it is, go back to, I think it's the 2013 spring game for Nebraska football. And Jack Hoffman was a kid that was diagnosed with brain cancer. And he reached out to one of our Husker players back in 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. And that player started a Team Jack Foundation to raise money for pediatric brain cancer. The Team Jack Foundation reached out to me and Scott for our podcast and said, would you like to be a part of the 10th annual radiothon? I don't know what the details are yet, but we will be participating in that on September 29th. So more details are to come. So I can tell you this, Mike, I know you've listened to all our shows, and I think it was one of those shows that we talked about the Jack Hoffman run in the spring game where he came into the game as a little 8-year-old kid and they pitched the ball to him and he ran for a touchdown
Yeah,
against
with
the
scored a
Huskers.
touchdown.
And it was Scott was on the road with me. I had just it was just I was looking out my window, he was looking out his window in the truck because we didn't want to see each other crying.
Yeah, I
Is what it
understand
was. We were
completely.
listening to it on Sirius satellite radio, and yeah, even
There's
the announcers were all excited, but at the end they didn't say anything for like 5 seconds because they were both trying to compose
yeah, and
themselves. So it was really cool. So
the
being
website's teamjackfoundation.org.
.org. Yep.
It's
Yep.
got a lot of cool stuff. There's a picture of him scoring that touchdown.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
looking at it right now. That's so
It's
beautiful.
pretty awesome, man. It's pretty awesome. So next episode will be our Northwestern recap because we will have a game to cover. Yes, I can't freaking wait to cover a win over Northwestern. And then we will also preview the North Dakota game, which there's not a whole lot to preview because they're a Division II school, but we'll do it anyway. And our guest that night will be Gio from who used to be part of Clutch_Huskers, but now he has a new Twitter handle called Huskers_Film, I believe, and he breaks down a lot of individual plays from Husker football games from the past. So Gio will join us to break down the Huskers game against Northwestern, as well as preview the game against North Dakota. Mike, do you want anybody who's watching this tonight or will watch this in the future to follow you? If you do, where can they do that on the social media?
So, Facebook, Instagram. I'm Michael Haybro Dymond on Facebook, and I'm Haybro Mikey on Instagram. My dog Charlie, she also has an Instagram page. I think it's Aussie Charlie. She's an Australian Shepherd, and she's the most adorable dog you've ever seen in your life.
Yep, she's a
Um,
sweetie.
yeah, she's great. Come here, Charlie. Come here. Come on.
Say hi,
This is
baby. Hi,
this is Charlie.
Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Oh, yeah, she wants to kiss Dad.
Oh
I
yeah,
get it. I get it.
yeah.
She's the
So
best. Hi, Charlie.
you can follow me. I don't post a whole lot, um, just because I'm trying to avoid the social medias these
I get
days
it.
with all the negativity on it. But when football season ramps up, I'll be back on there more because I got to keep up with all 50,000 of the
Yep.
teams that I follow. So,
Yep.
um, but you're more than welcome to send me a friend request, shoot me a message, tell me you think I'm an idiot, whatever you want to do. It's all good.
All right, man. Thanks so much for being on.
Oh
You
yeah.
can find links to all of our social media at genredpod.com. If you like our podcasts in video form, subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring that bell to get notified when we go live or post new content. Or to listen to the audio only podcast, subscribe to the Generation Red on your favorite podcast app, where the audio for this show tonight should be available by 8 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. Mikey, thanks, dude.
Ken.
This was an
Papa
absolute
Ken.
freaking blast. Yeah. You're my other
Yeah.
son from wherever you came from. Uh,
Kansas.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. This ain't Kansas anymore. Toto.
I need everybody to message Genred and tell them you want me back, because I'd love to do this again.
Oh, dude, absolutely. We'll have you back on again for one of the games this year. We'll have you back
Certainly.
on again for sure. Anyway, on behalf of Hey Bro Mikey, my buddy, my son, who I didn't know I had,
Sorry.
and Scott, my ever awesome co-host, who is my actual son. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And no matter
Thank
what
you.
Jeffrey the Greek or Hawkeye Matt says, Iowa's corn sucks. And it's
Iowa's corn
always
sucks
going to suck. And there
forever.
is absolutely no place like Nebraska. What do you say,
No place.
Mikey? Go Big
There's no
Red?
place like Nebraska. Iowa's corn sucks, and go Big Red.
Yeah,
12 and
baby.
0, baby. 12 and 0. We're
We
taking
are.
it all the way.
Yeah, okay, Kool-Aid boy. See you later.
See you.